Imagine waking up one morning and realizing the entire global economy has been hijacked, not by war, not by natural disaster, but by a resource so ordinary the world assumed it could never be weaponized. Yet that's exactly what happened in the 1970s, when a single decision flipped the global financial system upside down and quietly created the foundation for many of today's billionaires. Before the crisis, America believed it had an infinite supply of growth, booming industries, cheap gasoline, unstoppable consumer spending, and an economic confidence so delusional that policymakers genuinely believed oil would stay cheap forever. That blind trust was the spark that lit the explosion, because behind the scenes, the U.S. was consuming far more oil than it produced, while Middle Eastern nations, especially those forming OPEC, were slowly becoming the silent lifeline of American prosperity. Nobody cared because nothing had gone wrong yet. Then came 1973, the year the illusion died. When the U.S. supported Israel in the Yom Kippur War, Arab OPEC nations retaliated with a brutal embargo, instantly cutting off America's oil supply. Prices didn't rise slowly, they detonated. Gas cost 4 times more. Gas stations ran dry. People slept in their cars waiting for fuel. Fights broke out in lines, and cities resembled disaster zones. If you think the 2020 toilet paper panic was bad, imagine the entire U.S. economy running out of the one thing powering every factory, truck, airplane, and household. But here's the twist. While the average American panicked, the elite didn't see crisis. They saw the financial opportunity of a lifetime. And this is where the story turns dark, because the oil crisis didn't just destabilize the 1970s, it rewired global power forever. OPEC realized oil wasn't a commodity, it was leverage, the kind of leverage that could reprice the global economy with a single vote. Middle Eastern rulers, once seen as regional players, suddenly became global power brokers controlling the planet's financial heartbeat. Their oil revenues skyrocketed so fast that countries like Saudi Arabia went from desert economies to trillion-dollar empires almost overnight, pumping cash into sovereign wealth funds that still dominate global investments today. Meanwhile, American oil companies, yes, the same companies crying about the crisis, quietly made record profits as prices soared. They didn't just survive, they expanded, merged, and consolidated power, creating the modern oil giants we know today. Then came the Wall Street opportunists. They saw chaos and created financial instruments designed to profit from volatility, oil futures, new derivatives, fresh speculation models. The crisis sparked the rise of energy trading desks, hedge funds, and financial engineering that made billionaires out of people who never touched a drop of oil in their lives. This is where the billionaire class of today was born, not through innovation, not through genius, but by understanding a simple truth. When the world panics, money moves, and those who predict the movement get rich. And if you think this is history, think again. Every single recession, every inflation spike, every supply shock since the 70s is tied to the power shift created by that crisis. Even your grocery bill today, yes, the one that keeps climbing, is a ripple effect of the same power structure. But here's the most important lesson for you. The investors who made fortunes during the crisis didn't wait for the world to stabilize. They recognized the pattern. When essential resources become uncertain, markets move violently, and volatility becomes a wealth generator for people bold enough to understand it. The 1970s oil crisis taught the people at the top the secret blueprint: own the supply, control the price, and use fear as a multiplier. And whether you're investing in stocks, ETFs, commodities, energy companies, or global markets today, the same principle still applies. Big money isn't made in calm markets. It's made in the chaos everyone else runs away from. Speaking of chaos, here's a fun question before we land this. If one oil embargo could create multiple billionaire families, what do you think happens when AI, water scarcity, electricity demand, or rare minerals become the next leverage point? Because that is coming, and the players who learn from history, people like you, are the ones positioned to win big when it hits. And to be brutally honest, the modern economy is built on repeating the same patterns: crisis, panic, power shift, wealth transfer. The 1970s oil crisis wasn't a one-time event. It was the prototype, and the billionaires of today, many of them are simply cashing in on a system designed during that exact decade. If you want to understand how the rich stay rich and how wealth keeps moving upward during global uncertainty, don't stop here. I want you to watch my video, 15 Billionaire Secrets That Make You Rich, not the stuff you've heard. It breaks down the exact psychological and financial tactics billionaires use that normal people never learn. Click that video next. Don't skip it. And if you're serious about financial freedom, hit subscribe right now. It's free for you and expensive for the algorithm. Let's move you from watching history to using it.